You ever been at a wedding so perfect it almost felt rehearsed? That was my sister Emily's day. White chairs lined up like soldiers, soft piano spilling through the air, sunlight catching on every smile. People looked too happy, like pain had been banned from the premises. I held my wife Jenna's hand during the vows. She squeezed once, then let go. Something in her eyes changed, like she'd seen something I hadn't. Later, right before the family photo, she leaned close and whispered, "We need to leave. Now." No panic, no tremor, just quiet conviction that made my stomach turn. "Why?" I asked, trying to read her face. "I'll explain in the car." And that was it. No goodbyes, no excuses. We just walked out, her heels silent on the gravel, my heart pounding against my ribs like a warning. The car ride home was a void. Just the road, the hum of the tires, and the weight of something waiting to break. I glanced at her reflection and the window jaw locked, fingers twisted together, eyes distant. Finally, she spoke. "You really didn't notice, did you?" "Notice what?" I asked. "The looks. The way they touched. The way she laughed around him." I blinked, confused. "Who?" Then she turned, eyes sharp enough to cut. "Your sister," she said. "And your father." The words hit like a crash. She kept talking, voice steady but low. That wasn't fatherly. She flinched when he hugged her. He kissed her shoulder. "You didn't see?" My throat went dry. I wanted to tell her she was wrong, but then my mind started replaying every detail I'd buried. The way my sister pulled away from him. The fake smiles. The trembling hands. The tears during his toast. Everything snapped into focus. I didn't confront him. I gathered proof. Old photos, birthdays, holidays, everything. I stopped looking at faces and started watching space. The stiffness, the way she leaned away. Her smile never reached her eyes when he was near. Then came the money. Small transfers from Robert's account to a hidden email. Regular, consistent. Not enough to scream guilt, but enough to whisper it. And her therapy sessions always online, private, hidden. That's when I set up a small camera behind the mantel clock. I hated doing it, but I needed the truth. 3 days later, I found it. My father on the couch. My sister sitting across from him, shaking. His voice calm, cruel, deliberate. "You will not ruin this family." Her voice cracked in response. "You ruined it the day you touched me." Then, silence. His mouth curved into a thin, polished smile. "You have no proof, but now I did." I saved the footage, the transfers, the screenshots, and sent them to my mother, my sister, the police, and the press, all at once. That night, I called him, told him to meet me at the old family cabin, quiet, neutral ground. He came, like I knew he would, still pretending to be the man he'd never been. When he sat down, I slid a folder across the table. He opened it slowly, his eyes scanning the pages, then looking up at me. "I did what I thought was best," he said. That line broke something in me. I stood, walked to the fireplace, and dropped the original tape into the flames. He smiled, thinking it was over, until I told him, "That's a copy." His expression finally cracked. When I turned to leave, he said, "You won't survive this." I stopped at the door. "I'm not the one on fire. He's in custody now. The news won't stop talking. My mother swears she never knew, but I think she just didn't want to see." My sister barely speaks, but when she does, she says my name Mark like it means safety again. I sleep next to my wife without nightmares now. She saw what I couldn't. She didn't walk away, she pulled me out. The mask was gone. The truth did the rest. Justice isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, cold, and exact. Sometimes it wears a wedding suit and smiles for the camera right before everything burns. If this story made you feel something, hit like and subscribe. Here, every betrayal meets its ending.